somebody who's going to be mom, and yeah, he's pretty much going around like her manager of some sort. So huge shout out to her husband Taiwo. Kemi is Mobushe. Yes, Kemi Mobushe is her name, and yeah, they're here today. Kemi, what's up? How are you? You're married. How long ago have you been married for? Oh, I've been married for 3 years and a week plus. Yeah, there you go, counting the days at the month. Okay, so do you have any kids yet? Yeah, a son, 2 years old now. Oh wow, what's his name? Sheyi Mobushe. Sheyi. Where's he with now? He's at home, so on. Oh, I left him. Okay. I left him sleeping actually. Okay, but there's someone at home that he's with. Yeah, there is. Okay, so where did you grow up? What school did you go? What did you study? What do you do for a living? What have you been up to? My name is Mrs. Kemi Mobushe. Now, when I'm married, I used to be Kemi Kajero. Okay. Growing up, I grew up in Habeguta. Okay. After a while, I schooled in Akure. Okay. Then Ijebu. Let me just say I schooled in 3 specific exams. Okay. Now, I'm a worker. Okay. First of all, I'm a wife. Okay. I'm a mom. I'm a blogger. Okay. And a 9-to-5 employee. Oh, okay. Don't call the name of where you're working. But what do you do? I work at an estate management company. Okay. Interesting. So have you been able to cope? Is that close from home? Is that far from home? Oh, it's very close to home actually. Okay. I live close and I work close. Okay. So you have time. You don't have to think of a lot of traffic like no. I'm lucky that way. Thank you God. Okay, so let's talk about your very interesting story. At what point were you born deaf? Actually, no. I was born fully able to hear. How long ago did you tell us? When did it start? Because before the show started, I was asking you about songs because I always like to play songs. Yeah, like so that way they feel at home. And her husband said something. I'm like, let me just leave these people alone. Okay, how did it start and when did it start? Actually, I can't exactly pinpoint the moment that I knew that my hearing problem started. Okay, but I do remember. I'm counting backwards now. It's like 20 years ago. Oh wow! When I was in secondary school. Wow. Oh, then while in secondary school, I actually loved dictations. Okay. Oh, then my teacher just like calling big words, big words. So I was always so happy anytime it's time for dictation. Only for me to notice that at one point, he called Buckingham Palace Metamorphosis. I was like, I was not able to follow up. Okay. Then as time went on, I noticed I was not even able to hear the sound of my own voice. I was feeling left out of conversations. Okay. Things appreciated and got what to the extent that if someone were to call me, they need to tap me. Or in worst case scenario, and take a stone and throw it at me just to get my attention. At this moment, the first time you noticed that your hearing has started to reduce, what did you do? You're in secondary school. Did you tell anyone? You just said, I'm sure it's going to be fine. What did you do? Actually, I didn't even know it was hearing problem. I just noticed I was not hearing anymore. I didn't know anyone to confide because I've never had any previous experience with hearing problem. Okay. So I just started keeping to myself. I was feeling a little bit left out, very scared. I didn't even know what to do. I was just taking it day by day. And at that particular moment, I realized that I need God at this point in my life, but I still didn't even know how to go about it. I was just trying to just keep a low profile. So that
so does that mean that keeping a low profile most likely you may have gotten into depression?
Exactly. I actually used to hide in the classroom.
And then you were not participating in school, in everything that was going on around you. What can you remember what class you were in secondary school when it all started? JSS class or SS?
I think that should be around SS1 actually.
SS1, okay.
So right from JSS1 to SS1, I usually lead the class.
Oh wow.
I used to lead the class, so everyone knew me because of that. So when the problem started, and even then have a lot of social clubs in the school.
Okay.
But I was a part of every one of them. So they all knew me. Fellowship, basketball, even football. I play football. I used to follow them most of the time, but I still played. I was the same. So then, almost every part, I was literally in the debate scene. I was literally in the debate scene. I was in Interact there. I think
Yeah, there was Interact. I was Interact.
Gymnastics, everything. But when my hearing problem started, wow. I even used to lead them, what they call it, praise and worship on the assembly ground. Then, when they were praying on the assembly ground, when the problem started, everybody would say amen. I wouldn't hear. Anytime I don't say amen, it would have been maybe when
everybody has said
exactly. So rather than for me to be in this, I prefer to lead. And normally, then sometimes when you are praying, you tell somebody else to lead the prayer.
Okay.
But because I wouldn't know, there was time that I was even leading the prayer. Then I told someone to pray for us. They've already prayed and said amen. And we're actually singing the national anthem. I mean, I was still closing my eyes, only for someone to come and tap me. That was on
none of your teachers noticed.
I don't think they ever knew. They were not sure because I didn't let them know.
So how were you able to listen in class? How were you able to pass? It evidently must have affected your academics, your performance in school.
It actually did.
And the drop, because I'm sure it must have been a sharp decline, or was it?
There was.
And nobody bothered to ask, you didn't bother to tell?
Actually, then, that same school belongs to my uncle.
Okay.
So, he was the first person to notice something was amiss. When suddenly, from first position, you can imagine me taking first position from GSS 1 to GSS 3, then having the maximum number of dictation required in SS1. Then suddenly, SS2, I have F for the first time in my life.
Oh, wow.
I became sick. As I was so sick, I was so ill. He called me into his office. Kemi, what's going on? Is there anything happening at home or something I should be worried about? I knew then that I had to tell him the truth.
Okay.
So I was actually copying. When I said I was hiding in the class, I was reading. I compensated more for what I don't hear by reading. Then I started borrowing my colleagues' notes. I try to dub the note, dub. So anytime I dub their note, I just sit down and read. So unlike before, I cram. I just cram it. I don't even bother to listen in class. But when the problem started, I read to understand.
So I think kind of like was good because now you know what it is that you were reading. In comparison to having crammed and just copied and pasted for the teacher.
Exactly, that was copy and paste for me. I can read from page to page.
Oh wow. Okay, if you're just joining us, I'm having a chat with Kemi, and we're talking about her journey with having lost the ability to hear from secondary school, as you must have heard, and there was no final diagnosis. I'm thinking to myself, SS1, SS2, WAEC. How did you pass WAEC? How did you? And you still didn't tell. At home, how about home? What was happening at home?
Home was a different story entirely. I'm sorry. I will not be able to share that.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. Just let's leave that out of it.
But to answer your question,
because
I studied extra hard.
Wow.
Everybody were, when you're in secondary school, there's usually something called the study group or something.
Study groups.
I tried to be part of that group, but I was not able to hear all what they were saying or what they were saying. At home, I told my father about this, but just brushed to the side. For him, he felt I was pretending. They were calling me, I was not hearing, so he thought I was pretending.
Did they ever, beat you? What's wrong with you? I'll be calling you, you won't hear.
They will call me, I won't hear. So he said it was probably due to the fact that all the while they used to call me, I was trying to pretend not to hear. But he never knew I was not even pretending.
Did you have a mom?
Yeah, but he had my dad.
Okay, let's talk about, I've gone through WAEC, university. Okay. And at this point, I'm sure you had grown, relationship, all of that. How were you able to handle it and still keep your head up? Because I'm thinking to myself, my gosh, your self-esteem must have been not just dead, but crushed, mashed, How was that?
Okay. I finished secondary school in 1999.
Okay.
So between experience. So I didn't do anything about it. I just managed. So I supplemented then by looking at lips, just like I'm looking at you.
Wow.
So I
But you can hear me with the headphones and your ear.
I'm hearing perfectly with the phone now.
Okay, let's just be clear on that.
So then I survived by lip reading, but my confidence was an absolute zero. This was the babe that used to lead the class. Then I just became reckless. So after secondary school in 99, in 2000, my father eventually knew something had to be done. He took me to an ENT doctor.
Okay.
So that doctor recommended me using an hearing aid.
Okay.
Hearing aid, what hearing aid does is to magnify the sound, not necessarily to make it clearer, just louder. So then I still had remnants of hearing in my head. I was still able to hear, just it's in a little bit. So when they recommended an hearing aid for me, on putting it on, I heard the sound of car horn.
Oh, wow.
I was just like, oh God, I had that. You can have seen me jump up. I was so excited.
Wow.
My father too was happy that so sharing again now. Doctor said yes, but to a certain limit.
Okay.
If you are not clear enough, or slow enough, or sharp enough, I had nothing. So I took that hearing aid home. With no previous experience on hearing aid, people with dealing with hearing loss, I didn't take good care of the hearing aid. Within a week, it got spoiled.
No way.
I've had a bath with it, so you can imagine.
Ah.
Something that's not supposed to be affected by water. So I took my bath with it, just to hear the sound of water.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it got spoiled. My baby nieces, they were playing with it. Everything got spoiled. Sure. So then, between that
At that point in time, you know, having visited the ENT, did they tell you what the causes were?
Oh yeah, they did. They did.
What did they say?
Said it was bilateral, sensorineural, something. But
that means
what that
both
means is both ears were affected. I had a high degree of hearing loss in both of my ears. So I would need assistance. So assistance in this case being a hearing aid to be able to hear. So I was actually supposed to be using two, but I was only able to afford just one. So since they got spoiled,
There was no hearing again. For how long?
not hearing it again. So between that 2000 and 2003, I was not using anything.
No way.
So while I was still waiting at home to gain admission to the university,
Come on, you finished secondary school in 1999.
I finished secondary school in 1999. I got admission to university in 2003. So for that 4 years, I was at home trying to get admission. So but even within that while,
Did you try to learn?
oh, that's all. Like I said, I still had a remnant of hearing. So I supplemented that by lip reading. So even then, my sisters, they knew something was amiss. Anytime they called Auntie Kemi, I didn't hear. So they have to come and tap me. So I had a lot going on at that particular time. But God was my strength. So I was just focusing on Him. I was taking it day by day before I knew 4 years was over. Within that 4 years, I applied to the School of Nursing when I was not able to get entrance through UME. School of Nursing, even though I was one of the best students, 3 School of Nursing to be exact, I was one of the very first students among them, the best among them. I was interviewed, I passed everything. They told me when I was supposed to have gotten admission that unfortunately they can't admit me because of my hearing issue. The example they gave was that the situation of life and death. Someone at the point of death can just become to me, come. I'm probably while the person is talking, I'm busy matching his oxygen mask, and the person was trying to get my attention. So, but because of my hearing, I might have just killed someone.
How was it really expensive, you know, to get one at that time, or there just wasn't no money?
Oh, then an hearing aid was like 7,000. And looking at and that was 2000 and between that was 2000. Okay, I got that. It's that one of it 7 and 2000 year 2000 year 2000. So within that year, my father said he was not able to afford this. I think the money to buy that one was a loan from his office or something. So I wasn't able to afford it. So I was on my own. And even with hearing aid, School of Nursing said no. absolutely no hearing issue at all. It's allowed. Through School of Nursing, I passed. I was interviewed, but they all rejected me based on that. I felt very bad, very depressed. I was just thinking and telling God anything. And then I might not know what my tomorrow holds, but I do know that you have a plan for me. And I kept on praying that God will actualize his plans for my life.
Let's talk about relationship. At space, had you gotten into any relationship? How was it? When did it come to tell you, excuse me, oh, I like you, and then you find out that you can't hear this? Today, I used to have to run away.
Oh, then when I get admission into university, 2003. So between that 2003 and 2010, when I eventually finished, I think I got into about maybe like 4 relationships or so.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The first one was this first one lasted for like 3 years.
And it wasn't a problem, was it?
It was actually not at the beginning. At the beginning, I was so confident enough. I was so managed. I had friends around me.
Okay.
So then things were really kind of a little bit off because I couldn't receive calls on the phone by myself. So I used to give my phone to my friends to impersonate me. So they would just be like, this is Kemi. So the person on the other end of the phone, we know that this is not Kemi. But the person quickly modulate her voice to sound like Kemi. Well, I don't know that a lot of things were missing then because what I'm supposed to be feeling when receiving a call is my friend that is feeling it. So I was a little bit jealous. As time went on, I started becoming less confident in our relationship. A lot of things were going on. Eventually,
but was it? Did it have to do with your inability to hear at any point in time in any of these relationships?
he knew, that particular first person knew that I had hearing issue. So he told me that it was not a problem for him.
Okay.
The remaining 2 relationships I got into after, they all knew. They told me it was not a problem for them. But I don't know they were lying. Because anytime we were receiving calls, they kind of tune me out. Or when they don't know who we are talking to, they understand that kind of thing. But I just managed to survive. So after university, thankfully, with the help of families, with the help of friends, and using just one earring, I got another one when I entered university.
Okay.
So it was supposed to be 2, but I was able to have just one again. So I managed that one, and to the glory of God, I finished it 2-1.
Oh my gosh! Siri, give me a thumbs up. Really?
Yes, so.
Goodness, living with a disability in this country is hard.
It was. Yes, cool. At one point, after one of my failed relationship, I nearly committed suicide.
Oh my gosh.
I took drugs. Thankfully, God had me in mind. He sent one of my friends.
He has you in mind again. He has you in mind this morning.
Again and again.
Now I know why. Now I evidently know why I had to have. I'm going to pray for you. You see those things that you're hearing. I'll come back. I promise you that. Okay, we'll take a short break. My name is Adenike. My guest is Kemi Mobushe, and she's talking to us about her journey. Very interesting journey. Everyone has a story. Every single person has a story. We'll take a break and we'll be right back after the break. Stay with us as a refresh. And stay with us.
Right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. The Refresh. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the correct time. It's 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. And now, the news update on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
see that it's 20%. One room break. Now I won't sleep there after the break. JJ left it here.
Whatever you're in right now. Smile. Can you just smile for me? And my people say, you're so much better when you.
Okay, welcome back everyone. Final stretch of my chat with Kemi Mobushe. Yeah. Kemi is here in the studio and she's been sharing with us a very interesting story. So, if you're just joining us, what can I say? Well, we have a few minutes to catch up. Kemi, you talked about the doctors telling you the name of the condition. Did they give you causes? Did they tell you? Did they speculate? Or maybe, maybe this may have caused it. Maybe it's that. I know that for whatever it is worth, if attention had been given earlier, the possibility of saving, if not the entirety of your hearing, but a larger portion would have been there. But did they give you a list of causes? Did they say, okay, maybe this thing may have caused it? Did they say any of that?
Yes, they did. When I first met the first hearing doctor, that gave me bilateral sensorineural. So the second ENT doctor that I got the hearing aid from, that one told me that it's either that there are
A number of things.
a number of causes, thank you, that is either trauma, as in probably falls to the hair, or it could be exposure to loud noise. So I said, I for one, I'm really exposed to loud noise. So trauma.
Oh, you were exposed to loud noise. You weren't now.
At all.
So trauma, did you fall? Was there a hit? Can you remember at all?
Actually, they hit severely over the head.
Oh, that settles it. I see. So for those of you who are parents or guardians who hit your kids or wards consistently, or you see children that play and keep hitting each other's heads, please let us just stop it. You never can know what's going on the inside. Okay, before you stopped, we had gotten into a relationship and how you had told that particular relationship just had to stop. For many reasons. But at a certain point in time, did anything like, family, what will the family members say? We find out that their brother or son was dating a deaf woman or his friends.
Most of their family members, that was another reason why most of the relationship backs up. I remember someone's mom telling me, I don't want my son to get married to someone with hearing issue. Oh, you can imagine how I felt. But that was it. The relationship backs up based on that. I knew that the mom was not going to like me no matter what I do. So she was like, I'm a good person, but that's the problem.
Interesting. Well, okay, so let's go to the cameraman in the studio, by the way, is her husband. I have been begging to just even say a word, and he threatened us with, I'll walk out of the studio. So I'm just going to leave him. And you're here, you're the one recording. I want to say it's such a beautiful thing that you agreed, on dating her, let alone marrying her. Thank you so much. Being a person living with disability myself, it's very heartwarming. Thank you for It's just, by the way, she's beautiful. She's a hot mother of one.
Flattered.
Yeah, she's a hot mother of one. So Taiwo, thank you so much. Appreciate it. God bless you. He's the cameraman and yeah, he's just nodding his head. Okay, let's go to. Just ignore that he's in the studio. Yeah, just somehow ignore that he's in the studio. You know, meeting Taiwo, were you at any point in time scared in the course of your life before you have met Taiwo as to whether or not you would have been good enough for anyone to get married to?
Yes.
And why on earth did you decide to settle with, for and with and agree for Taiwo and all that? And having a child, your child is 2.
Yeah.
Handling that, being someone who's deaf, you have a child, toddlers can talk for the life. Do you just consciously take it and say, oh, you might have a job by me, just remove it and just take it? Just be talking. How is all of that?
Okay. Like I said, I started working in 2010.
Okay.
I got into a relationship not so soon after. Even then, the work I do is customer relations.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Shout out to your company, by the way. Thank you for mentioning that. Is this the first company that you've been working with that you're still at?
It's still the same company that I'm still with.
Okay.
So then I relate to customers one-on-one, but I try as much as well to be calm. Read their lips, to be able to understand what they are trying to say.
Do you ever tell them, do you mind just reduce a bit? I have a bit of...
No, I don't. Most of them actually don't know I have hearing issues.
Oh, wow.
So I've been working there for
6 years
now. But it has not been all pleasant.
Okay.
There are times when some of them get angry. I was calling you. You don't have time. You're ignoring me. Many of those do happen, but I try to ignore it.
Okay.
So as soon after I got into a relationship, I would engage.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that man, I can actually classify him as a good person.
Oh, wow.
He took serious advantage of my hearing issues.
Oh, wow.
He made calls, while I'm lying down beside him, he made calls to different ladies in the middle of the night. Not even only when I'm asleep. Long story short, I broke up that engagement. It was painful, but I got over it. In 2012, I met my now husband through a very good friend of mine.
Okay.
So the very first day I met him, I told him, come, I've been into a lot of relationships.
Oh, wow.
So he was even surprised at my forthright attitude, but I was not here to play. So I told him right away that I'm here for marriage. I've been to a lot of relationships and I have hearing issues. So if you can deal with that, then we are good to go. Fast forward to 8 months after, my husband proposed to me. Even when he was busy proposing, I didn't hear all what he said. Yes. I pretended to be crying.
Oh, my goodness, Stella. Sorry, Taiwo.
So just sleeping in the ring. I was so happy. I just pretend to shed a little tears down.
Okay, so now you're a mother of a child, and I'm sure, I don't know if your child understands yet what it means, but does she understand what it is? Oh, mommy can't really hear except she wears this. How does it work?
Yes, when I gave birth to him in 2014, even while I was pushing him out, I was praying that God, let my hair just open so that I will hear my son. Nothing happened. But then I noticed that he was growing up. He started school when he was 1 year old.
Okay.
So he started talking. I was now getting more worried. Thank God for family and friends. And one especially stubborn lady, Vivian. She was so stubborn. She was just pushing me, came into something about your hair. Your baby's growing up. My aunties, they told me the same thing. They never gave up on me. Thank God. 2015, last year December, I had my colleague implant surgery.
Oh, wow. What happened?
Actually, between that 2010, 2015, no, sorry, between that 2012, 2015, my hearing aid failed.
Oh, wow.
I stopped hearing in spite of the fact that I was still using hearing aid. But when I met my husband, I was not using anything. I've never ever had his voice. I only lip reading.
Are you serious?
I'm very serious.
Taiwo, you don't want to talk.
Even when we are extending our wedding vows, that day was a very funny day, and I think I give God all the glory. That very day, I ran to the pastor. I told him that I have hearing issue. So to extend my vows, instead of repeating after him, he said I'll use a sheet of paper.
Oh, wow.
But that very morning, when we started extending our vows, after they recited his own, when when it got to my turn, I had him.
Are you serious? Girl, your hearing is going to come back. Check it. I'm gonna lay hands on your ears and you are gonna be so restored. You heard once, you're hearing again. Now I understand why I have on the show today. You can never understand. Don't worry, okay, I'll explain many things to you. Wow, you
had him, yes. He was surprised. The man was even thinking maybe I'm looking at the paper. I never did. I had him. I recited my vow. I danced in church. After church, going to the reception, my friend were like, Amy, when we are about dancing, watch me, oh. Don't go and dance off step. If I move like this, I bend down. Just make sure that I follow. But you know what? God showed himself God.
Wow.
The moment I stepped foot inside the reception, I had it again.
Oh,
I danced so much. My husband at one point decided to remove his jacket.
You know, this is the best part of what I do. I usually don't like to know details of what it is. So I'm equally as surprised as any other person listening. I've never heard this part of Kemi's story.
Everyone was surprised, actually. A lot of people were asking my husband, are you sure she didn't use hearing aid? My husband said no. Kemi, how did you hear? I said, I don't know.
But had you been praying before then?
I was very scared to even get married. I was praying really hard. I told God, you have to prove yourself, God. This day is going to be a day of joy.
Were you specific on hearing for that day, or were you specific with some hearing, in continuum? Be very sincere now.
I understand.
How were your prayers?
I was praying for that particular day.
Girl.
My focus was on that day that I'm getting married. It must be a day for me to remember.
Do you want to hear again?
I'm sorry?
Do you want to hear again?
I'm hearing again now.
Wow.
I'm hearing again now. So like I said,
the surgery in 2015.
2015 December.
What did it do?
I had a surgery. It's called cochlear implant surgery.
Okay.
My doctor recommended when my hearing aid failed.
Okay.
But unfortunately, I wasn't able to go because of the cost. Cochlear implant surgery cost estimated is around 7 million and it's not performed in Nigeria.
No.
So I put my mind off it. But thank God, my friends, my sisters, they all kept on hammering on it. That I should go ahead, I should do it. I know what God
How did you get the finance?
At the end of it all, it was my family who helped me. They all came together for me. But I even did it for cheaper than that, 4.5 million right in Nigeria. My clinic was the Negabio Hearing Center. They brought in surgeons from abroad.
Oh, wow.
In collaboration with Lawsuit. So they were covered by Vanguard. So they all did it. When they performed the surgery for 3 of us.
Okay.
One is 10 years old, one is 24 years old. Both of them have never ever spoken before. They are not dumb, they are just deaf. So because it's not
they can't hear, they can't.
Exactly. They can't interpret sound, so they use
sign
sign language, they sign. So when they are even trying to sign to me, I was like, I'm sorry, I talk. I thought I talk. But you know what? Right now, all of them are hearing. They are talking after the surgery.
Oh,
they are all success stories.
Wow, that is so good. So do you hear independent of the hearing aid, or you still need to, is the surgery something that has to be maybe every other year or every 5 years?
No. Like I said, it was a surgery. So something was implanted. It's called implants. They inserted it and bypassed my colleague that has the issue. So he's right now in my hair. I use an external part called hearing aid.
Okay.
So the moment I remove the hearing aid, I stop hearing. But the moment I put it back,
do you hear clearly now?
Perfectly clear. I had my husband first time last year.
Are you serious?
Yes, and my baby. His word was Nani.
Oh my gosh.
So right now the boy is talking in mouth a minute and my husband's about to kiss me going.
You had your husband for the first time last year.
Yes,
Tell me,
after more than 2 years of marriage, the same thing, my son, it just became so last week. I can hear him perfectly well. I know what, between that 2010 and 2016, I've never spoken on the phone, but right now, I'm talking very well on the phone. Go through yourself good again.
Oh my gosh. Now, this is where the interviewer becomes the one with the tears. Oh my gosh. And interesting. It's a refresh, real life, real people segment of the show. My name is Adenike. I'm talking to Kemi. Such an amazing story. Okay, let's talk about. Evidently, it's so financially draining to have these things. Do you know how much it costs to get a regular hearing aid now in Nigeria?
Yes. Right now, a hearing aid, if you are thinking of a digital, because manual is going out of
Yes.
If you are thinking of digital, just have like 300k. That's the reason why I created my blog.
Yeah.
My blog is www.kemimobishe.com. I dedicated a part of that blog to sharing my stories. I also created a forum where people that have hearing issues, they will come together, talk, let's find a solution to it. I also have a doctor on the forum who, if maybe they don't want to talk to me, they can talk to him and we give them solution. That is also another reason why I'm starting my foundation very soon.
Oh wow.
To help people who are not able to get the fund to get their own hearing aid or just for their surgery or anything encompassing hearing aid. I'm here to try to help, and it's still a work in progress.
Now I know how we need to connect her to you have to be on as many platforms as you possibly can, because I think this is such a laudable thing, not because you've been able to go scale through it, because you're also thinking of how else to help people.
Yeah, because people help me.
300,000 naira is no beans. No matter how little it might seem in your eyes, I can assure you that it's not beans of any sort. So the foundation will help raise funds, like a support system.
Yes.
Oh wow, this is
I'm thinking of, just like when I wanted to get my own implants, my family, my friends, they all came together to help me contribute money. So that's the reason for the foundation, so to help people get the money for them, maybe just to buy hearing aid, or just to maintain it, or just to go for the surgery.
Wow, that's a whole lot. What's the website again?
www.kemimobishe.com.
That's MOBUSE.com. KemiMOBUSE.com. It's up and so they can get your email address there. If they go on there now, they can see it.
Yes.
Okay. So if you know anyone who has a hearing aid, sometimes the money might not be available, at the moment, but very reasonably is the fact that there is a sense of belonging when you're in a community of people with stories that it is that you have. It's wow, this is so interesting. I really, really, really wish, I'm sure you wish too, that the moment you noticed earlier that you had talked, something had been done earlier, but nevertheless, the people are not going to cry over spilled milk. We're here and we're alive and well. It's Taiwo, please talk now. How did you just hear you just heard him after you guys were talking, you were lip sync throughout. When he was toasting you, everything were
I was just looking at the lips.
Taiwo, please now. Lagos, please help me beg our husband to just Taiwo. I promise you will not talk more than 2 minutes. Please, I'm begging you, stop putting the camera lights in my eye, please. Taiwo is here and he's just watching. No, Taiwo, yeah, please. Turn off the recording, it's okay. Finally, thank God. Just use this microphone. This one. Yeah. You can wear the headphones so that you can hear yourself. Hello, Taiwo. How are you? How are you, Taiwo? Good morning. Thank God, finally. She just heard you last year for the first time. Are you trying to explain to me how that felt for you? Sincerely.
Actually, when she was talking to me on the phone, I was like, are you sure? I was not even sure if she was even talking. I just want to be like, what are you saying now? She said, I can hear you talk. I just paused. She was just talking. I said, there's no response. I was like, the time will talk now. I said, I don't know if I should talk. You guys are going to hear me.
Wow.
She was just talking. I said, wow.
Did you cry?
I almost cried.
They're so strong, Joe.
He was giving me a high five when I go.
I almost when she go, I was like, okay, wow.
How having to date someone who can't hear you, she couldn't even hear again after a while. while. Family and friends had to come together to raise funds. You guys should forgive me if I'm crying, please. Family and friends had to raise funds for you guys. How was that whole journey for you?
Initially, to me, when I heard about the story, a friend, when she told me about the story, I told her, to me, it's nothing. As long as she's not disabled, she's not, her hearing problem is not, I was told that she was not born with it, so I just felt, it's nothing to me. As long as she's okay, and to me, and she's someone that you can walk with, people say, wow, this girl is. So, if I don't tell anybody that she has for honest, I didn't tell anybody.
You didn't tell anybody?
But I told my family that, okay, this is what's happening, but they told me that if you love her, go ahead. Whatever you do, we support you. So my family was like, it's your choice. Whatever you want, you do it with you. So if you like. But for me, I was
a wonderful family.
Are you serious?
For me, I just thought that okay, what I want, they'll
also want.
So just let's go.
Your son as well, having, hoping and praying one day mommy would hear his voice. I know he doesn't understand in depth right now, but space seeing her with the child. Did you cry when you go home with your son and you could hear him talk?
Oh, every day he opens his mouth and talk. I just try to hear breathing. So when I say I'll sit there, he will pause. I'm like, I know why she said now. So I felt bad every single day. That's one reason why I did it. I did it for my husband and I did it for him.
Wow, this is so interesting. Goodness, I never expected this. Okay, so Taiwo, there's someone here, someone out there who's also in, maybe not hearing, but some other thing.
Hearing impaired.
Not related to the ears. They're different things. What would you tell such a gentleman, as the case may be?
If there's love.
Oh.
I don't. It depends on the individual. Some people might think it as a taboo or but to me, I never thought of it that maybe. But I know that I always thought that I believe in miracles. I never thought of this story or I don't know, just get me about it. Me well, don't worry.
Wow.
This is just a step. It's not something you're not born with this thing. I didn't mean you're born with it. I was okay, maybe from the family background or there's a cause somewhere, but I'm not born there.
People break the curses.
I just said, well, to me, I'm not really concerned about these issues. I just want to. Really, I was even tired of relationship then. I want to get married too.
Oh wow! So see how everything just gets. She was getting frustrated. Everybody was just breaking her heart left, right, and center. Interesting. It's such an amazing thing having to have spoken to both of you, and in my head and in my heart I can see that the story is just going to go around, not because it's a story, but because there is without a doubt God written all over your story. It's amazing the places that you will get to. It's amazing. I just hope and pray with you that you continue to steer the ship of where it is that you have. God has placed compassion in your heart, having gone through that particular period, knowing full well that you had gone, was funds from family and friends and people that literally got you to hear us again. And I hope that somewhere around, along the line, you don't get to lose that whole touch with the compassion that God has placed in you. And I wish you guys the very best in your marriage, with your kids. His time, who knows, he may get his set of twins very soon. Again, the website is www.kemimobuse.com. That is Kemi, MOBUSE.com. Go on there, see, someone who can help. So guys, we're looking for people to help. As you've heard, going digital is the way forward. It costs about 300,000 naira to get one, just for 1 year, right?
Yeah.
Wow. So if you're buying, it means you need about 600, 700,000. We'll have to keep them, maintain them, and they will need servicing. You would have to, for some cases, they would have to travel outside of the country.
You can do it right in Nigeria.
There you go. You can also have the surgery she had a surgery in the country. So it's become evident every single day that there's so much more that God has placed in our hearts and in our hands. Our jobs are not just merely to feed us, our family, our mouths, my wife, my children, my mother. There's so much more. You're being blessed that you will be a blessing to others. However it is, whatever little, but not even asking for the huge sums. Guess what? However little it is, whatever ways. I'm not sure yet they've started to take funds because the NGO is not really up and running, but keep touch with base with Kemi. On Instagram, your handle is at
Kemi Mobishe blog.
There you go, Kemi Mobishe blog. That's her handle on Instagram. Follow her. Guys, support people with various forms of disability. It's amazing and overwhelming the challenges that our society and we, the people in the society, place on these people. Please, guys, support everyone. Huge shout out to every other man who's like Taiwo out there. My goodness, such an awesome thing that it is that you guys are doing. I respect you, Taiwo. I thank you, Taiwo. I say God bless you. Continue to bless you. I pray that that the love that you guys have for both each other will continue to wax stronger and stronger. And it will just be you for very soon. Taiwo, you're shy, you're timid. Look, before you know it, you're mentoring young men. That's the truth. You're mentoring, so at a certain point, says he hasn't given you the spirit of fear. This morning I woke up feeling scared. I was just chatting with my mentor. I have no idea why. The overwhelming spirit of fear. And there I was just saying that I do not have the spirit of fear, but of love, of power, and of a sound mind. There's absolutely no way you would help Kemi and many other people if you don't have love. There's absolutely no way Taiwo and Kemi will not be married together if they don't have love, and there's absolutely no way she and all the kids that the year will be having will come without love. So please, guys, understand that we need to continue to help each other. It's not a one-man journey. Taiwo, thank you so much. Thank you so much for you guys. God bless you guys. I wish you guys the very best. I can't wait to hear awesome stories coming out very soon. And God bless you guys. Refresh, real life, real people segment. My name is Adenike. Don't worry, I remember my name is Adenike and her name is Kemi. Kemi, thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you for having me. And Taiwo, thank you so much for driving. I know it's you that drove. Thank you so much for driving. Okay, before I forget, happy 60th birthday to my mom. Mom, I love you a lot. Please stop fighting again. You are tired of all the fight. It's time to reduce it. From my heart, I really pray that you will live longer, healthier, that you will live to see your children's children, God will surround your table with your grandchildren. Most importantly, you'll come to know the one and only true God. I pray that you will enjoy life in abundance. I pray for everything good that it is that you want. God bless you, mommy. I love you, love you, love you. See you in about an hour or two. And please again, mommy, I'm not staying till the end of the party. Please, I have Bible study. Please. Okay, your friend also has a birthday. Go ahead.
I wanted to give a shout out.
Okay, shout out.
A shout out to my personal friend. Today's her birthday as well.
Oh.
Her name is Vivian Suiku. Vivian, this is for you.
Oh.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Vivian. Thank you for being such a strong support team and not letting her stay down. Thank you so much, Vivian. We don't have a lot of people that are around like you. You're one in a million. I don't know you, but I feel the energy already. Thank you, Vivian. What's her last name? Suweku. Happy birthday, Vivian. Is she listening? Are you sure she's listening?
Oh, she's listening.
Yeah, if you're listening, wave. I can see you waving. Thank you so much, Vivian. Have a wonderful birthday. God bless you guys. I'll see you guys next week on the Refresh. My name is Adenike Oyetunde. Thank you, Taiwo and Kemi, for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
99.3 Nigeria Info.